Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, A Little Geek, A Little Chic. Today we are going to talk about the books that I read in the month of October, as well as the books that I acquired in the month of October. So grab yourself your beverage of choice and let's talk books. So in the month of October, I only acquired one book. So proud of myself. I'm trying to keep it minimal for book buying because Christmas is coming and people always want to know what to get me. And I always love a good book as a gift, but I usually purchase them for myself before people have a chance to get them for me. So I'm trying to curb that this year. So on that note, I only bought myself one item. Actually, I didn't even buy it. I got it from a little free library. So I only acquired one book in October, and I went to the Plum members event, the private shopping event at Indigo last week, and I still got myself 0 books. So I am super proud of myself. I did take a lot of pictures of books that I have put on my wish list, and I also have now purchased a hat. So I'm trying to make myself a hat person. Apparently I look good in hats, but I'm terrified to wear them in public, and this is a really cool hat, so I'm going to test it out one day, and maybe I'll input some pictures if I ever actually end up wearing it out and about for you guys in a vlog or something later on. But let's get started with the book that I got in October, because I know that's what you're all here for, and that was Hum If You Don't Know the Words by Bianca and then Marias, I think. It sounds like a racial centered book with some cultures divided. I have heard of it before, but I didn't know much about it. Apparently there's some kind of racial uprising or protest that goes awry, and the two families of the different backgrounds are brought together as a result of situations that are occurring because of this uprising, or protest. So I'm excited to see what this is about. I'm into literary fiction and stuff like that. Usually in the colder months, historical fiction, literary fiction, that's when I read some fantasy stuff. So I might pick this one up this winter. Hopefully it is as good as it says, and condition-wise, it is fabulous. So thank you to whoever donated that. You took very good care of your book, and we appreciate the donation. I also have a lot of books to donate that I take all the time, so hopefully people are enjoying the ones that I have donated in its place. Now, I am going to open I have a Erin Condren Life Planner here, and it has my list of books that I read, because I did listen to some on audio, because life is chaotic, and that has not changed, because we are renovating our basement, and it takes a lot of work. So that's why I haven't been on here as much as I normally am. So the first book I read, I actually listened to, which was The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F Word here, by Mark Manson, and it just kind of delves on society and the things that we care about and why we care about them, and what the purpose or how things came about that we care about in our subconscious, and etc., etc. Now, I was expecting more from this book, just more about like internally how to, not give a insert explorative here. But I did not get from it what I wanted to. It was okay. As an audiobook, it was all right. I was just hoping for more, or some basic things of like, hey, if you do this, that's normal. And this is how some ways to combat or get around that. And I didn't get that from this book, and I was kind of disappointed in it. So I did get it from the library on ebooks, on audiobook, so perhaps it would be better if I read it, but based on what I got from the book and the narrative, it just wasn't the book for me. It wasn't a terrible book by any means, but I didn't get very much from it at all. So I gave this one a 2.5 out of 5 stars, and just kind of missed the mark on that one. Next I read Undercover Bromance, oh, you guys, by Lisa K. Adams. So that was also a library book, so I don't have it with me, but insert picture up here. Undercover Bromance, the Bromance Book Club series has my heart, 110%. Undercover Bromance is book 2 in the Bromance Book Club series, and I just love these characters. They are male entrepreneurs, they are hockey stars, they are baseball stars, they are high-class jockey, egocentric male characters that are also extremely soft and looking to find love, keep love, make things right, and it is just the characters are fantastic. The stories that they're in are great, but the characters are what keeps me reading them. They are amazing. Especially the Russian hockey player is hands down one of my favorite characters. He is brutish, he is surly, he is maybe not the smartest or the brightest bulb in the pack, but you just love him for it, and I'm excited to read his book, even though I have heard that it is not the best of the series. This book, we follow the main character from the first novel's sister, and I can't really say too much because I don't want to say too much about the plot of the first book. We follow her, and her becomes her significant other or love interest, of course, solving a situation that has arisen that she feels is causing injustice, and she wants justice. And he assists her with this, and so does the whole crew, and it is just a fabulous, fabulous thing to read. So sorry if that was a little bit spoilery, but it's not. In my mind, there's so much more to this book than that, so just pick it up and you will not regret it. If you haven't read the first book yet, start with that one. You will not regret picking this up. It is a fantastic series, and I can't wait to get to book 3. The next book I read was one of those little kitschy murder mystery kind of books that I have up here, and they are great. I love them as filler because the characters always grab you. It's not too in-depth. You can usually figure out what's happening. I couldn't with this one, and I was very surprised by the end and super impressed with this book. But I will say that I just really liked the best friend character in this book. The main character is great. The main character is Bronwyn, and she has just recently inherited and opened the family's ice cream shop. They make homemade ice cream. Her grandmother used to make it, and after her grandmother passed away, the shop kind of switched hands between family members, and nobody could do it justice. So Bronwyn enters the scene, and she has just inherited this ice cream shop, and it is opening day. She's making it from scratch. They're making it from all local ingredients. It's just a great story, and she is going to bring the family back to their ice cream glory until there's a murder. And she is the only one around that night and finds said body. So she is intertwined with this mystery. The police are looking at her. The police are looking at other people. The police are looking at, you know this right at the beginning, so not a spoiler, her father as one of the main suspects. Now, Bronwyn takes it upon herself with her friend. They need to figure out who the actual killer is and get her father off the hook. So she not only needs to reinvent and reclaim the glory of her family name, but she also needs to save the family name and get her father off the hook for the murder of this individual who a lot of people in this town did not like. So I really enjoyed this. It was light, it was fun, it was exactly what I wanted. It's written by Abby Collette. Adorable cover. It's pink. It's got an ice cream scoop with like a skull eyes melting on it, and it's just a great story. I really, really like this book, and I'm so glad I picked it up. I saw it actually on Olivia Reads a Latte's channel, and I thank her for introducing me to that book because it was fantastic. And I'm very glad I got to it in the month of October. Now, for the month of October, I also have a reread because it gives me all the fall feel vibes, and it is just an amazing book, and I will read it, pardon my hair is going crazy on us, every fall because it just encompasses fall. And I'm so jealous I don't have a fall sort of like orchard fair that comes around where I live. But that is Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell and Faith Erin Hicks. I love this book. I can't say that enough. The pictures are fantastic. The atmosphere is great. The characters, hilarious. And if you haven't read this graphic novel, pick it up. You won't regret it. It is cozy. It is fall vibes. It is fall goals right here. So it follows two main characters who work on a fall orchard pumpkin patch situation. It's almost like a fall fair, like a state fair. They have rides, they have things to do, they have tons of types of fall themed food. That is what I am living for in this book. And I just couldn't get enough of this if I tried. So every fall, I have read this last fall, I read this fall, it's getting read next fall. It's just such a light and lovely story. So you have the two best friends on the cover. This is their last fall working together at the patch, and they're going off to college. So they are done with the pumpkin patch, and they are on a mission to find the lead, one of the main characters here. They're on a mission to find his true love. So there is I think his name's Josiah. I can't really remember. I think it's Josiah. They're on a mission to find the lady that he is infatuated with since day one working at the patch, but never had the guts to talk to. So they go all over the pumpkin patch. It's super busy that day. So they are literally going from site to site because she keeps apparently getting moved to different locations for the evening. And they're on a hunt to find her. And so he can proclaim his adoration for this girl and maybe get a date. And his friend, Dea, is there for the food. And she is my favorite thing in the whole world. So pick this up if you haven't already. I can't say enough good things about it. I will read this, like I said, every fall. And it will be on my channel. And I will say the same things about it. And maybe one year I will actually try to make the pumpkin bombs, which is like 2 pieces of pumpkin pie with ice cream dipped in chocolate. It sounds amazing. I might attempt to make something that's similar to that, because doesn't that sound fantastic? I think it does. And finally, in the month of October, I did it, you guys. So Kim, over at Bookshelf Bunny, read this one for you. I'm proud of me for reading one. It's my first Stephen King book. It is a small one, but I read it. And it had everything I was looking for. In a spooky fall read, she was right. Kim was right. I enjoyed it. It has sports because I love sports and she knows that. And I just connected with the main character right away. And that is the girl who loved Tom Gordon. We follow our main character here. She gets lost in the woods on a hike with her mother and her brother. And by the time that they realize she's missing, she has already wandered well far off the path and must survive on her own in the woods, hoping to get rescued, and all the things that she comes in contact with in the woods that may or may not include a beast kind of character that is hunting her. It is crazy. And I think the best part of this book is what is the true beast in this book? It feels like, is it mentally yourself? Or is it an actual entity? So I think I only really gave ratings to the first book. So Bromance, so the first book, Subtle Art of Not Giving a, insert F-bomb here, 2.5 out of 5 stars. The Undercover Bromance, book 2 of the Bromance book series, solid 4 stars. Was it a literary masterpiece? No. Was it fun, whimsical, and everything I wanted in it? Yes. Loved that book. So 4. The Deadly Scoop, 3.5 out of 5. You know, it is what it is. It's a kitschy little murder mystery, and you get what you get. It's not going to blow your socks off. Literally, it's just going to be a good, fun read. So if that's what you're looking for, you will really enjoy it. Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell. Because I continue reading it, and I just love it. The pictures are just amazing. The food looks to die for. I give this one a 5. I don't know if it will change my mind every year when I read it, if it will go down, but it has not yet, and it's still a 5-star read for me. I got way more out of this graphic novel than I thought I ever would, and it's just going to be a continuous pickup. And lastly, The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. This is a 4-star read for me. I am shook because I did not expect to enjoy Stephen King, and I didn't expect my first book that I read of his to be so enjoyable, because I am scarred for life from the movie It, and if you have also been scarred for life by the movie It as a child, the last thing you ever think you're going to do is read a Stephen King novel. I will never read It, so don't suggest that to me, because it will not happen. It will not happen. Pennywise and I, not friends. Never friends. But other Stephen King books, I'm willing to give a shot. This one was good. I also have Green Mile to read, which isn't really as much of a horror as kind of like a dark literary book. I've seen the movie, and I'm excited to see how different the book is from the movie, so I will read that one hopefully this winter. But this is a great book. So 4.5. Did I give it a 4? Yeah, let's give it a 4. I think there's some things that could have been done better in it, and the wrap up was so 4 out of 5 for this one, but still very solid read. Smaller Stephen King book, so if you're not looking for his gigantic tomes of a book, this might be a great one to start on for you. That is it for me and the books that I read in the month of October. So as always, don't forget to click the little like button and the subscribe bar down below and the bell icon to be notified when I post new videos. As always, I appreciate all of your likes and all of your subscribes. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon with another video.